Night after she was born, and everyone had left, and it was only she and me together. And I was holding her, looking down at her, and praying for all the things I hoped for her. I never knew that love like that could exist.
Probably my high school graduation, when she took the opportunity to get very drunk with her friends to celebrate my graduation. And I spent about 30 minutes trying to get her cowboy boots off because she couldn't get them off. And then she proceeded to tell me what a wonderful sister I was and how much she loved me because I could get her boots off.
So when I think about my favorite memory of us, you and I have had some great times and have done a lot of great things together. But I come back to, I think it was the fall of your senior year when I came to spend the weekend for you and we went to a football game. And I think that was just awesome. I got to meet a lot of your friends, some of whom will be in the wedding or at the wedding this weekend, which that's awesome. And we just had a great time, got to spend time together and enjoy doing things that we both like, including football and, doing late night and things like that. So we had a great time.
One of my favorite memories of you is snuggling up in blankets and watching Christmas movies and making gingerbread houses.
My favorite memory of you, I don't know, I guess just any of our slumber parties where we made red velvet cake and danced ridiculous dances to 90s songs, which was basically every time we hung out.
I've got a lot of them. A lot of them involve our time at Tennessee. One of my favorite memories, or kind of blurry memories along with her, is we were at a Tennessee football game, and this is a story from my mom's perspective, but I remember the conversation's not what it was about, but we were sitting there having a great conversation, and during the game and on prompt, we would stand up and cheer appropriately, "Let's go UT," at the same time. And so the way Mom says it, we were going, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, go Big Orange, and just talking and going on with our conversation. She's just a great person and a lot of fun, positive memories.
I think my favorite memory of Caitlin is our first night in our apartment when we moved in together in college. We just stayed up all night long talking, and it was just like one of those moments where we were like, did we just become best friends? And then we've just been inseparable ever since.
My favorite memory of Cait is probably Christmas in our dorm room at UT in our freshman year. I think we started playing Christmas music the day after Halloween, and soon after put up Christmas lights and Christmas tree and wore reindeer antlers around, and it was just fun having somebody that loved Christmas as much as I do celebrate when we were far from home. And I can't watch Friends either without thinking of Caitlin these days. When we moved into our dorm and I found out she was just as bigger of a Friends fan than I was, I knew everything was going to be okay. And we watched a lot of Friends in our dorm room, and when I sit and watch Friends now, it's hard for me not to think of her when something comes on that we used to quote all the time.
I have many favorite memories with Caitlin, including all of our Britney Spears music videos, but one of my favorite probably has to be the first time I went to UT when we were in college. Just spending the weekend together and having fun and seeing UT and going to a game together. Was a really good weekend. One I'll never forget.
Our game night together where we were introduced to Toilet Bird. We had to go upstairs and meet Toilet Bird at Andy's apartment, and we had plenty of fun games to play.
There are so many, like everyone has said, but definitely our daily work trips up to the 30th floor of the LNC Tower and our hours in the vibe room, cuddled up in blankets and working all day. And then the night one of our artists had an album release party, and we just randomly met John Party and hung out with him, and then hung out with Low Cash and just were in downtown all night.
I think my favorite memories with you, Caitlin, were definitely in our Marbaloo days. Some of the looks that we would just give people, it was just probably the best memories. That was probably the thing that made our relationship form. Without those memories, we probably wouldn't have known each other.
The first week we've actually saw each other person to person at Summit in California. So we went on a coaching program, and she is not only a business coach but also a life coach. And so we got to really dig deep into our lives and really think about what was holding us back in our own life, you know, in business, but also on a personal level. So I would say probably that time it was very emotional, but also we got to know each other on a very deep level. So it was quite special.
She is always for the underdog, whether the underdog is a literal underdog or a metaphorical underdog.
One of my favorite things about Caitlin is how hardworking she is. She's completely changed her life around purely because of her own determination and hard work.
When I think about things that I admire about you or my favorite things about you, I really admire two things. One, you're an incredibly resilient person. You know, life knocks all of us down and we have to get up. And I think you have exemplified that, and you've done that really well. When you're following your dreams and things don't quite turn out the way you hope they would, you have just taken the steps that are necessary to get to where you want to go. I think the other thing is you do follow your dreams. You've had dreams all along, and you know, sometimes take a winding path to get there. We all do. But you've gotten there. You wanted to go to Nashville. You made it happen, and that's been awesome for you. You wanted to go into real estate, and you worked really hard and put in a ton of work before you ever saw results. And that's the hard part, is building your dream, is putting in the work that nobody sees and nobody does, but you did it, and you worked really hard, and you kept your nose down and kept putting one foot in front of the other, and you know, things are turning out real well for you, and that's what you have to do in life.
Caitlin, I'm so happy that you're my aunt.
No, we haven't seen each other that often over the years, but whenever we do, it's like no time has passed, and I know that if I ever needed you, you would always be there for me. Her friendship over the last years that we, you know, haven't been close together or don't talk as much, we pick up right where we left off when we do, and that has been very precious to me this last little bit, just having that and knowing that she's always there. And we can always get back together and catch up and talk for hours. So I love that.
She always looks really good in people and the positive in a situation.
One of my favorite things about Caitlin is just like her determination. Like, she doesn't let anything stop her. Like, she knows what she wants and she goes after it. And I think it's just like super inspirational to just be around someone that has that kind of energy and just drive, and like she's just the best.
Her heart and soul, her pureness of heart, and her sweet soul. I know that that's one thing that she is bringing to the relationship, and Todd, you are one lucky guy. And
she is incredibly generous, loyal to her friends. She goes above and beyond to make sure that everyone is taken care of, sometimes to the dismay of herself. So Cait, just always remember to take care of yourself first, and that way you can have a full cup to take care of everyone else.
Her loyalty. Cait is such a loyal person, and she will go to bat for any of the people that she loves, and that is so important. You can always lean on her, you can always count on her. She is a constant rock for the people she loves, and so that's very special.
Is that you are practically my biggest cheerleader. Everything that I tell you that I'm doing with my career, you're always someone that's supporting me, asking how I'm doing, and praying for me, all the above, and that's my favorite thing about you, Cait.
She's just very easy to get to know. Everybody just really likes her.
I hope that Todd and Caitlin wake up every morning and look at each other and are glad to see each other, and that a lifetime will never, ever be enough.
Despite all the worries, she doesn't stress, and she just enjoys her day that she planned, and it's perfect.
I'm probably not the best person in the world to ask for relationship advice, but I kind of come to a couple things here. And one of those is, make sure when you guys make decisions that you're both 100% in. Like, don't jump into something until you're both 100% ready. And I think you've done that along the way in your relationship, but it's just, you know, great advice. I think is make sure everybody's 100% in, everybody's on the same page. And then I think the second thing is, you know, as I've learned in the last month, You're gonna have bumps, you're gonna have challenges. Life's gonna deal you some bad hands at times. Gonna deal you some good hands, but sometimes the bad hands are challenging hands. And you just gotta put one foot in front of the other and say, I'm gonna take on today what I can take on, and tomorrow will wait. And that's my advice to you guys. I am really excited to spend this weekend celebrating you guys. I'm really thankful it happened, and I'm thankful you asked me to be in your wedding. And I love you, and I can't wait to see you.
I have some marriage advice. Take care of Uncle Toddy for me, please.
It's tough because I'm in the same boat as you, so I can't really speak of actually being married yet, but I guess I know the frustration that COVID has brought on this special day, and I'm just happy that you found Todd and that you're going to start the life together no matter what the wedding is, and I know it's going to be absolutely beautiful because your mom and you and your sister, I never have seen so many beautiful Christmas trees in my life, so I can only imagine what your wedding is going to look like on Saturday. But I love you, and I'm so excited to be here and celebrate your special day. Just to relax and enjoy. All the stressful planning and everything is done, and now the most important thing is getting married to Todd, and just enjoy that. Don't sweat the small stuff. Let everybody else worry about everything being perfect for you, and you just enjoy this day. It's going to be great, and you deserve the best, and I can't wait to celebrate with you.
Enjoy your day. You're going to be surrounded by family and friends that love and adore you, and they want the best for you and Todd. Just don't let anything be too big of a deal. Always be open and talk to Todd, and y'all are on the same team. He's going to be your best friend.
So excited that she's found her person. Caitlin deserves the best. She's been through a lot, and like I said, she's never let it stop her, and Todd's just a great guy, so I'm just wishing them all the happiness in the world.
And Caitlin, keep being you, authentically you always. I love you, and you guys will have the best marriage.
I think the best thing to remember on your wedding day is that you and Todd are building your lives together, and that nothing else matters except for the lives that you build with one another, and to enjoy each other and enjoy every single moment and take lots of mental pictures.
To laugh. I hope that her and Todd get time to laugh. I hope she gets time to laugh with her friends and with her family and her wedding party.
I can't wait to see you get married in December.
Well, I would just say on that day, just remember if anything goes wrong or not according to what you think it should be, just remember that you're marrying your best friend and the love of your life, and that's what's important, so make it that.